everyone, welcome back to chu-chuns. As of the day I'm recording this video, all 18 designs for the Hatsune Miku and Pokemon collaboration project, Project Voltage, has been revealed. If you haven't already been in the loop about what the project entails, basically, during the month of September, new Hatsune Miku designs and illustrations following the concept, "What if Hatsune Miku was a this type of Pokemon trainer?" have been released daily on Twitter. Me and my Vocaloid-loving friends have been having a heck of a time watching these as they release, but now it's finally time to rank all of them. We're even more excited to hear the songs that will be released for each design by 18 different Vocaloid producers. By the way, in addition to creating this personal tier list, I've also made a little online quiz for you guys to take if you want to find out which of the new Pokemon trainer Mikus you are. The link will be in the description, so let me know which Miku you get in the comments. Before I get started with the tier list, I want to add a disclaimer. I don't really hate any of the designs, and I appreciate what all of them bring to the table. All of these rankings are simply my personal opinions, so please respect those opinions, and if you have a differing one, let me know politely. Without further ado, let's get right into the tier list. So the first one that was released was the Psychic type Pokemon trainer with Meloetta, which I think Meloetta was a pretty perfect choice.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this was probably like one of the strongest ones that they could have started off with, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's still very close to like looking like Miku. Like it doesn't stray too far from the source material, but also the Pokemon choice is really good.
When I saw this one, I was like so excited for the rest of them.
Despite the fact that there are no flaws with it, I think the fact that it plays it so safe makes it so it's kind of hard for me to put it on an S.
I love the stickers, I love the sneakers, I love the skirt, love the colors, and the
And then the
dots.
missing no M, yeah, that was a really good touch, honestly.
In the artwork, you can see those little like dots that artists sometimes put. What are they called again?
The Ben-Day dots, that one?
Yeah, the Ben-Day dots.
Where are the
They're on
Ben-Day
her
dots?
bag.
I guess another thing too is that I've noticed that they used the Pokemon Red like asset stuff, right? Like whenever you go into your like Pokemon's list, right, and see all your Pokemon, you see like those 3 Pokemon and then the Pokeball and stuff like that, right? To me, this is like a good A.
It's just that with Meloetta, like you kind of expect a different outfit, but then they went with this, and I like that about that. I think it could have matched better with Meloetta, but I kind of like that they did it.
I think it's more of just, to me, the reason why it's not an S is because nothing about it makes me be like, oh wow, this is like a crazy like Miku, right? Like it's a really good design, but it's not like an outstanding design, right? Like
Okay, that's fair.
Like there are things that make a good design, and she has all of that. Like it's super non-offensive, but I think that right there is the problem. Is it like I think she should be like kind of out there, right? So number 2 would be the Grass type.
Oh boy,
Now
grass.
I absolutely don't like Grookey's final evolution. I don't. Now, granted, I do think in terms of Miku's design herself, I think it's really cute. Like I don't think I have a problem with it per se. I do like this little picture in the top where she's just like doing a little dance or like jumping in the air.
I do like the meshing of the colors here, and I have a soft spot for the way that Miku's hair is like a lime green. That's kind of nostalgic for me because I used to see that a lot back in the day. And the little grass elements like the leaves, the twin tails in the hair, and also the little petals on her frilly knee-high socks, and those shoes are all really cute mixed together. This is where we start seeing a pattern with Megumi Mizutani's designs, where you can see Miku's hair being shaped in really interesting ways that like match with the Pokemon type that she's with.
But they resemble Miku, and that's, I think, is the strong point in a lot of her art style. Is you can look at it and like if you told me it was Miku, I'd believe it. To me, that's a B. I think Miku's design is good. I would say in terms of like drawing something, I would say it actually is kind of above the Psychic type, but I think the Pokemon choice weighs her down.
I would agree with B. Like I really like it a lot. It's just that there's others that are like more the Fire type one. I just can't like it. I've never really been into Fire types, and I've never been the type of person who gets like always uses fire types and always picks the fire type starter, that kind of person.
See, I am, and I hate this choice because honestly, this fire type starter looks so ugly. Genuinely, I've seen so many cooler fire types that could have been in here.
I think it was kind of expected that they were gonna choose Skeledirge because for some reason it has that like music concept with it, with a fire microphone.
Yeah.
Skeledirge kind of grew on me as a Pokemon. I see what she tried to do, trying to make the hair look like Skeledirge, just like fire, but it just comes out looking really awkward. The shirt is really flat. It's just not really my favorite. It's probably my least favorite out of all of them.
Now, I do want to emphasize that even an F is honestly not that bad. Like, I know an F on a tier list looks like it's like super duper ass, but I think in this case, like all of the designs were like actually super good. There's nothing wrong with the art in of itself. I think it's just more of the fact that like the design is kind of like weak, and I don't think the Pokemon choice was good.
Mizutani is a professional, but she shines more when it comes to like cuter designs, and they gave her like a fire type cool one to work with, and I don't think that's where she's at her best.
Yeah, I mean you can tell she wants to draw cute stuff, and she's really trying with this one, but also trying to make it cool as well. I mean things can be cool and cute, but I think, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give this one an F for fire. Next one is the water type.
An absolute slay. The water waves in her hair are very pretty to look at, and the white eyelashes in particular too, those are gorgeous. The kind of bonnet hat on her is not something that I would have expected to see, but somehow Mizutani makes it work. The tie going down on her swimsuit is cutely reminiscent of Miku's original design.
One thing that elevates this for me a little bit is like this little drawing in the bottom right corner where Miku's like washed up with all these puka Mikus.
I think she's kind of giving sexy lifeguard on the beach. And then another aspect that I'm a fan of when I saw it was how like the twin tails are tied together at a pearl in the bottom. Another way they tied it in with Primarina is that they have the matching color in the eyelashes.
I would give this one an A. I guess it feels more purposeful because of the eyelashes. It makes it feel like, yeah, she was made for Primarina. Next one.
It's the electric type Miku.
Rotom, I think, is like probably the lamest Pokemon they could have chosen. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad it's not Pikachu.
When I first saw electric type Miku, I kind of had a similar reaction to a lot of other people in that the saturated color of her hair kind of turned me off. I actually genuinely thought that they were going to pick Idol Pikachu.
Game Freak is the type to just be like, yeah, we're disowning that Pikachu.
They really heavily leaned into the sharp, bold aspect. Her like Michael Myers mechanic wear kind of grew on me as well. She kind of looks like she's into showbiz. Overall, it's still not really like my favorite or anything like that, so I think I would put it in a C tier. The thing is with this design is that the only thing that they took from Rotom's design is the lightning bolt shape, and that could have been connected with literally any electric type Pokemon.
Alright, well, the next Miku then.
Woo! Let's go! Normal Miku!
Honestly,
the girl to end all girls?
Normal Miku is like literally top
tier.
This one is more Miku, right? Where it's like, it's not hard to see that this is Miku. The jewelry as well that she has on her fingers, like the blue Pokeball and the red Pokeball. That one's another nice touch.
I'm a sucker for really bright, obnoxious colors, and this Miku totally delivers it in a way that's not too eye-straining, but it's just really cute to look at. It's giving the 70s vibes. I love the glasses that change depending on her like emotions. I think the glasses actually have a mind of their own, which is another cool aspect to them. I also like the continuity with the Pixel Chatta on her shirt, and the cute 39 and the 01 on her pants and her outfit. And those big chunky shoes! You just have to love those chunky shoes and those massive hoops. God, it's so cute. I think it's absolutely S tier. It's one of my favorites of all time. I think this one is definitely gonna have an amazing song. I hope that it's like a disco kind of a song.
Honestly, so I know we haven't been talking about like what producer would do what, but 23.exe.
Oh my god, please, that would be
like,
so good.
Miku rap would literally be so perfect for this type.
He's such an underrated producer. Please go look him up.
So this next one is Ice. Lapras, I think Lapras was a good choice.
When I I first saw it, I thought that the icicle hair was just a little too on the nose personally, but overall, the outfit is very haute couture, it's very high fashion. I love that there's two different ways that you can view her with the jacket on and the jacket off. Probably my two favorite aspects about this one would definitely be those ice heels along with the introduction of that lime coloring. I think without that in her eyes and in her gloves, the design would be a lot more boring.
To me, the weakest part is probably the hair. Imagine she's like going around, she like bumps up against a wall and her hair just cracks.
They really took what they could with the fact that they were working in a fictional world. She has a giant icicle sticking out of her head. Me personally, I'm not a super huge fan of like the designs that are trying really hard to be cool.
I'll do C. This one is the rock type. I think it's cute, honestly. She kind of has like a sense of royalty.
I love that this one is the rock one and it's also the most graceful looking. I like the way the light reflects on her dress as well from like the theater lights. Personally, either a light A or a strong B.
I think I can agree with the light A.
But thankfully they chose Flygon. I do like a green-haired Miku, but not this shade of green, to be honest. I love a good camo pant. It's just that unfortunately this one isn't baggy in the slightest, so it has to dock points for that. It's not camo. It just kind of looks like mud was splattered on her, yeah. The cape is overdone, boring. The Crocs, I saw those and I was like, I had a what are those moment.
She has them in sports mode. She has her Crocs in 4-wheel drive. She looks a lot like Zinnia. Country Miku will never be. Honestly, devastates me.
We may be a little salty that it's not Cowgirl Miku. This design is another one that looks like it's trying to be cool, so it's not like something that's according to my personal tastes.
Miku has like insane like arm strength because like in this picture, Flygon is just like holding some sort of triangle and Miku's just like gripping onto it with just one hand. The amount of like fucking one-handed push-ups she probably does is like insane.
In the art it shows that she's going around saving people from quicksand for some reason.
Because dumbasses be like that.
Maybe that's partially why she wears a cape. She's trying to be a superhero. Yeah. This one gets a D for me. Yeah. D for dirt.
D for devastation.
For this flying type Miku, we got the Pokemon that a lot of us all wanted. It's Altaria, it's the moment, it's the queen herself. Her fluffy hair is really pretty, and the way that the character art just has her like sitting on the clouds and like jumping through the clouds. Oh, I see Dragonair is even back there too. That's so cool. The red eyeshadow is super cute. I love that charming point of the design.
If it bonds with the person, it will gently envelop the friend with its soft wings, then hum. So this is probably what it's doing, honestly. Yeah. It's like enveloping her and then just humming.
It's giving Sekiren in graffiti. Oh, the transparent shorts are super cute too. And the leg warmers! She even has a superpower. She can predict the weather.
Yeah, she looks up and she's like, oh, damn, it looks like it's raining.
Whoa. It says right here she exercises her muscles while playing video games. She's a gamer as well? Maybe A.
Straight up, Jigglypuff is quite literally the best.
Jigglypuff is actually the most perfect choice. Like, did you know Jigglypuff is number 39 in the Pokédex?
Oh, you know what? In Japan, apparently they call Jigglypuff pudding.
Oh! Wait, that makes even more sense. So you know how she's like a gyaru? Pudding kind of sounds like purikura, and you can see that they take like purikura selfies together on the left.
Oh.
It also says that they're zuttomo. They're like forever friends. They're like actually besties.
She has one of those like Pokemon walkers, right? Like the Tamagotchi type stuff. And then she also has like the default looking Pokemon stuff on her pillow. I
love her Kogyaru ensemble with the little fluffy leg warmers with the pink loafers as well. Those are a cute touch too. And I love the heart on the back of her hair. I love the heart band-aid on the side of her thigh. And the pillow just brings it all together. She's a versatile bitch. She uses the pillow as like a bag, and she carries it around so she can like sleep anywhere she wants. I just realized that it's like just in case Jigglypuff puts her to sleep. The accessories with her like heart choker and her pearl earrings are super cute as well. And her eyes have this like shimmering like jewel look to them that are super pretty. Top tier.
Yep.
She deserves everything in this world.
Kricketune is like literally best possible bug Pokemon.
All of my friends wanted it to be Kricketune, me, myself included.
Kricketune's the only correct answer.
I wonder what this song is gonna be like. Like, are we gonna get Miku like attempting to do a da-la-la-la-la whoop?
I do like the fact that like her joints are kind of separated, kind of like a bug. Oh, look at them, they're having a choir.
I think what really makes a good design is when the design is recognizable if the silhouette is recognizable, if the character is blacked out. And I think that if you did that to this Miku, you would be able to immediately tell, hey, that's a bug Miku, because her silhouette actually looks like a cockroach. The way that the pigtails are sticking out of her little barret, the holes in it to where her pigtails are sticking out are actually bitten out by bugs. Bug Miku is definitely one of the cutest of the bunch.
Poison type Miku.
Probably safe to say this is one of the most unorthodox designs. Giving 1v1 me in Splatoon, the big ass goofy jacket and the way that she's like hunched over, I have to say is not cute. I just kind of want to know more about her. Like, I need to know her lore. Like, does she just live in trash? It's an inflatable jacket? That's so silly.
Her shoe sole melted and ended up like this.
Oh.
And she likes her shoes a lot. She keeps them in a plastic bag so So she's one of those people. Oh, she protects her J's, bro.
She never replaces her shoes no matter how fucked up they get.
Bro, these are her J's, man. She breathes through a tube, which can also be used as an oxygen mask. Bro, she that stink?
I think she fits more with Alolan Muck than she does Toxtricity. I would put it into like a C tier. I think this one had a lot of thought put into it.
Miss Magius.
Vocaloid has a long history with like horror. So does Pokemon, right? So they kind of mix in that way. I know when a lot of people saw this, they kind of thought it was pretty basic, pretty safe. I think the one thing that switches it up is the way that her limbs are disconnected from her body.
It is a very simple design. It's a little unfortunate that not much was done.
Yeah, I think I would put it below grass, but still in B tier.
Dark type Miku.
When I first saw this dark Miku, I didn't really like it, but it kind of grew on me. I do like the way that the gothic style was refined into a gothic and luxury kind of a look for her. Frankly, I think that the microphone attached to her umbrella is kind of dumb. Now I remember why I didn't like this one the first time. The asymmetrical twin tails bothered me a lot. I think her shadowy expression is fun. The gradient in her hair, I think the only reason they had it be that color was just to kind of make it somewhat still. Guys, I swear this is Miku.
I agree with Loki. Steel type.
This one I liked more than I expected. I liked that they went with a traditional samurai look because it's not what I would have expected them to do for a steel type. Thank God they chose Jirachi because that's like the cutest one they could have chosen. I liked the idea that Jirachi was waken up by Miku singing. An A tier. It's a leak Pokemon. We just have to use it. I like the pops of color in this one, and I think it looks very cool. I love her expression. The leek hair is funny, but I like it. The JoJo hat is really cute. I do like this one. I think this one would go into a B tier for me. Time for the final Miku.
I think it's all a compounding level of just disappointment. It's a dragon type, right? It's supposed to be like kind of super badass. I don't know, it's just, I feel like her archetype has been done before. The type of like half cape thing that she has, I just genuinely wanted something like cool. Miraidon is probably the most disappointing fucking Pokemon.
Oh,
it's like
I
genuinely.
think it's because she's the first sound of the future and like Mirai.
I think you're reaching.
I think I'm reaching.
No, I think if the only reason why they chose Miraidon is because of the Mirai part of it, that is like the saddest reason to choose this Pokemon, honestly.
A lot of people thought it was going to be Noivern. I have a soft spot for Miraidon because he's my doggy.
I was hoping that during all of this, we would get a wide variety of different Pokemon chosen and not just like recency gen bias. Miraidon, I know 100% was chosen because of recency gen bias. All of it is like generic.
I think it's a disappointment for the culminating dragon type, but I do still like it more than fire and ground. Thank you so much for joining me on making this tier list, Mel.
Thank you for having me on. Cue the outro.
Well, that was our Hatsune Miku and Pokemon Project Voltage design tier list. If you wanted to the end of this video, check out the quiz I made and have linked in the description for you to find out which of the Miku designs you are. Then we can all share which Mikus we are in the comments. If you liked this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. Take care everyone, bye bye!